Don, how do you feel about me being quite outspoken in social media? I talk about a lot of things. I give my opinions about a lot of things in social media. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I like it. I feel like that is what we are lacking in our society, especially the Iban society. We we don't really debate, we don't really argue, we don't really scrutinize things. So in a way, what you are doing, you are actually encouraging, based on the comments and everything. You can see all kinds of comments. The positive one, the negative one, the one that want to debate with you. That's fine. Let's agree to disagree. Let's discuss this issue. And for me, it's what we should do now, especially for the Iban society, because we always you know how sometimes we try to argue, we try to bring our opinion, we try to ask someone a question, and they're just like, no need lah. I'm paraphrasing in Iban. Nanti ngawak lah, ngirop je lah kita. Ni bah berunding ko tayo, ni bah berjakuk ko tayo. Relax je. And then when we have a social problems, or in every election, these are the same people that will complain about the problems. But when they are given the chance to talk about it, they don't want to talk about it. They just give up. They just, okay, no need to talk about this. Let's just enjoy. So when you encourage people to talk, to discuss, to debate, to scrutinize things, to just talk, it actually can encourage people to think critically. So every time there is a social problem, especially in the Iban society, now we know how to deal with it. Better than just pushing it aside.
Yeah, I just responding to the negative comments about me being outspoken lah. Usually people would accuse me of being like know it all, like you have opinion about everything, like. But it's kind of like, why not? Why can't I have an opinion about everything? Because it's free. It's just opinion, and I'm not saying for you to change your opinion. I'm just sharing my opinion. And when I debate people, when I reply to the comments, they would say, "Hey, we were just criticizing you. You shouldn't like." But I'm defending myself. One, two, I'm also encouraging discussion. Because if you reply, I reply, you reply, I reply, then we can really look into ourselves and what our thoughts are. So getting into the nitty-gritty of like what exactly are we talking about, every perspective that possible. Yes, it's tedious and it's like brain wrecking, like it's a lot to think about, but that also allows you to have the experience of really understanding your own thoughts, your own opinion. Because some people, they have an opinion but they don't know why they have that opinion. They don't have an argument of why they agree. They just agree because someone else agree, because it seems to be everybody else saying the same thing. Okay, I agree also lah. But when you question them, like why, and then they're like, oh, I don't know, and then so you don't think critically, so you don't understand yourself. When you don't understand yourself, you don't understand the world, you don't know where you stand. In this issue you have this stand, but in the another issue, another example, you have a completely different stand. So you have no consistency, you don't have a principle. So when you argue with yourself what your opinion is, it allows you to better understand yourself and the world, and that's what I want. And continue the discussion.
Another thing for me is what you are doing is essentially increasing or boosting the skills. Actually, because debating, public speaking is a skill. Actually, it's actually a skill. Now, what you are doing, you are encouraging people to have that skill. Because do you notice that sometimes people have this problem where they have a stand, but they cannot explain it, and they become angry by it. For example, a very simple example, I would say abortion. Okay, most people in Malaysia, I understand, which is, it's fine, it's your opinion, it's your stand. I don't support abortion at all. Okay, why? Okay, why? And then instead of explaining, they become angry. But if someone's learn or has that experience, to explain,
Mm-mm.
to convey what they want to convey.
And keeping calm while explaining
Yes.
it. That's a very
People
rare
will
trait, yeah.
actually listen to you.
Mm.
But if you are just angry, you just don't know how to explain. That is why people don't want to listen to you. But why is this happening in the first place? Because you did not train yourself to think critically. You did not train yourself to debate, to think, to express yourself, to convey. Yeah.
It seems like people have a very negative perception about arguing. Arguing is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because we're not fighting, we're not physically hurting each other,
Yes.
we're not also insulting each other, we're completely just arguing a point. And we focus on the point. You don't start to, oh, I don't like your opinion, I don't like you also. No.
Like the example that I always give you, there's this one topic that we disagree. It's a topic of how we view men. And what's the famous thing that people say? All men are the same. That kind of thing. We have a different opinion on it, but he's my brother. Doesn't mean that I will hate him. Or I have another friend. He supports. He doesn't support abortion or things like that. I don't view him as enemy or anything. It's just your opinion. I
Just
respect
look at the
it.
opinion.
Yeah.
You argue the opinion, not the person.
Because we are humans, guys. It's impossible for us to agree to
on
everything.
Yeah.
It's just impossible.
You even fight with your parents. You fight with your siblings.
Your lovers.
So the fact that if you're mature enough to understand that different people have different opinion, and as long as you try to understand their perspective, their opinion, you've done enough.
Yep.
You don't have to be angry about it. You don't have to, you can, because when you really think critically, you are able to see things from different perspective, not just your perspective. That allows you to see, okay, I understand why he thinks like that, because his belief is like this. Okay, now you can better understand. You're not as angry. You are able to be more tolerant.
Yes. And one thing I think I acquired in the last probably 6 and 7 years, because I learned to understand people, to listen to what people are trying to convey to me. You can learn to read people then. And when you learn to read people, it's very, it's very, not to say fun, that's probably a wrong word, but it helps you. It helps you in life. Yeah.
Yep. So that's to arguing. Hopefully to see a lot of comments about difference of opinion and all. Let's discuss. Continue the discussion. Don't stop it. Continue the discussion.